Hi guys, Thila here. Hope you're doing well this morning. So let's start sharing my slides today, where this particular subject is very close to my heart. Leadership does not require a title. Adjusting. So I'm going to be sharing with you five different tips today. We're going to talk about adjusting a mindset to career growth from the mentality of this is good enough, turning criticism into a form of empowerment, finding positivity and appreciation from feedback, branding strategies for leadership, picking up the patterns of your bosses and colleagues, and high impact business writing. Are you doing the same thing expecting different results? Are you running in a hamster's wheel? Are you demotivated to explore new solutions? Unaware that we are in a comfort zone, fear of exploring new ideas, fear of having to start all over again, it takes too much time and too much effort, or trying to do the same thing all over again, expecting a different result? You're not alone, but let's look at what we can do. Why mindset matters. How we handle failure is more important than how we handle success. Yeah? We are all going to experience failure at some point in our lives. Our attitude about that failure is what determines whether we bounce back or fall hard. What is fixed mindset versus growth mindset? When people are still in the paradigm within the fixed mindset, they tend to avoid failures. They want to have this desire to look smart, want to avoid challenges and stick to what they know. And they find giving feedbacks and criticism is they take it too personal, and change is not something that's easy for them. For those within the growth mindset, desire to continue learning, confront uncertainty, are not afraid to fail, and they put a lot of effort to learn, and feedback is very important to always improve. Okay, this whole diagram is based on the work of Dr. Carol Dweck. Small sharing about fixed mindset versus growth mindset. 8 tips to change our mindset. A small sharing from me. Spend time surrounding yourself with positive individuals. Have a vision of who you want to be and what you want to achieve. Set realistic and achievable goals. Write goals down daily. Learn from successful people. Adopt a routine. Develop your mental toughness. Okay. Always ensure that you know you can always get things done. And always reflect. Reflect on what you have done and how it has helped you. Very important. What would you choose? We make choices daily from the time we wake up to the time we sleep. From the time we wake up means what time we set our alarm. When we wake up, what do we do? Do we have our coffees? Do we have our exercise? Do we have a shower? What do we wear? Where do we go? All these are choices that we make. Yeah. Which one are you? Are you a critic? Are you a talker? Or are you a doer? Whatever we choose is our choice. Be bold and be the change. Yeah. Choices makes us. This is a small exercise for you. You don't have to actually answer it immediately, but write it down, keep it at the back where you can actually review it later. Reflect and share your feedback and comments on the 2 questions I have here below. What are your most deeply held values? And if you become the person you ideally like to be, what traits and characteristics would you have? Now, turning criticism into a form of empowerment, finding positivity and appreciation from feedback. I know it's a mouthful in terms of having a title, but guys, I have 4 tips for you. Only 4. 1. Power of acceptance. Stop wasting time complaining about what has happened. You cannot change the past. You learn and mature from it. Free the energy so that you can focus on how you can move on. Don't take it personally. Feeling further down for yourself is not good for you. Okay? So let's move on. Next, focus on the issue, not the person. How can you solve the problem? How can you find a solution? How can you go to the root cause? That's what you need to do. Not try to find who did the mistake, why this person escalated this issue. I think that will be the next one. Okay? And finally, environment. Your environment does not define you. It simply gives you the opportunity to define yourself. You can either look at the floor and say, I have hit rock bottom, or you can say, there is only one way up for me, and it's one way up for me. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Next, find your reason. Ikigai means finding your reason. Find your reason for being. What are you good at? What you really love? What the world needs? What can you get paid for? Think of it always. Very important. Yeah. Okay. So look at things differently a little bit. Always find a correlation with the organization that you're attached to or with the business that you're running. Look at the major strategic issues in the organization. What are the critical needs and challenges? What are the critical competencies to meet the challenges? What are the shortages? What is the bench strength to meet challenges? And look at your own individual needs. Use what can you do to use your strengths, how you can address your development needs, how you can get the challenges, what matches your interests, what matches your values, what are your personal style. Very important. Always find a correlation. When you find a correlation, then passion drives the purpose. Ranking strategies for leadership. As I mentioned, leadership does not require a title, and leadership is not for the faint-hearted as well. Okay. Three things here. Get clear on your personal strength, talent, value, and core area of expertise. This branding strategy is for you. You are the brand. An ability to clearly stand out from the crowd. That's for you. And to continuously exhibit positive performance, teamwork, and excellent service. Branding strategies for leadership. Now, guys and girls, please look at the four areas. Always have a SWOT analysis for yourself. Understand your strength, understand your weaknesses, understand the opportunities that you have, and understand what are the blockers or threats. Okay. Once you have a SWOT analysis done for yourself, you will be able to know how to handle any situation. So this is a small example of a SWOT analysis I did for one of the students I have, looking at the situation before we started our program and what are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. And after the few months that we have went through, we actually did another exercise. But this is how you start. So I wanted to show you an example of how to start. Get a chart ready for yourself. Okay. Some of the branding strategies for leadership, some of the values, characteristics, and qualities which are important. Looking at it again, I know there's a lot, but what's important, it defines you. Okay. Teamwork is very important when you want to build relationship. Having responsibility is very important to build your credibility. Okay. To be able to multitask is also an important virtue. To be able to be confidential, yeah, and ensuring that you keep certain information private is also very important. To understand the business from a commercial aspect is also important. To be accountable for the job that is tasked to you is important. And how result driven are you is also something that will be viewed. And how trustworthy are you? That's very important as well. And communication, right? How can you build relationship without having communication? Okay. So I've covered a few. Think about it. At the end of the day, when you want to put yourself out there as a brand, as a leader, these are some of the most important values and characteristics and qualities which would be very important for you. Pick up the patterns of leaders. Leaders do not command, leaders inspire. Leaders are transparent and open. Leaders take accountability and responsibility when things go wrong. and leaders listen to their people. That's not many here. That's only 5 points. Think about it. All right. So it's important for us to also be able to understand the people around us. We don't need the title, but in order for us to have the characteristics of a leader, we need to be able to know how to pick some of the patterns of the leaders that we see around us and how capable they are and what are the calibers that attract us to them as well. Okay. So leadership cannot be forced. A small diagram sharing with you. You can lead a horse to the water, yeah, but the horse will only drink if it is thirsty. So you cannot force anyone to see everything the way you see, yeah. So you can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot actually scoop the water and feed the horse. The horse will drink the water when it's ready. Okay. Similarly, I'm just trying to depict that leadership cannot be forced on people. Okay. 3 tips to instantly connect with your team. Set clear goals and communicate the vision, mission with clarity. Communication must be two ways. Provide a platform for employees to give feedback and ideas. Get to know your people. Yeah. Beyond hi, how are you? Support their talents and growth in the organization. Appreciate and make them feel valued. This will earn you respect. Find your leadership style. Are you a structured person? For a structured leadership style, you have clear goals, you assign tasks, and have an expectation for excellence. Yeah. If you are a participative style, you treat your team like family, using time, care, respect to build trust. If you are more of a servant style in terms of leadership, you manage others the way you would like to be managed. If you are a freedom thinker, you give people freedom to perform and take a hand-off approach. You do not do micromanaging at all. Okay. And finally, the last leadership style I want to share is you affect others' emotions by painting an exciting picture of the future. Now, let me tell you, these are some of the styles that we have out there. All of us have a little bit of each of the styles. It doesn't have to be that we are fully a certain type of style. It depends on the kind of people that we are also managing and talking to. Okay, certain people will need certain different type of leadership style. So think about it. So you might not fit yourself into just one red box. You might be having to pick from different boxes because you will meet different types of characters of people. Okay. All right, now let's see. I have actually some exciting pictures after this. So, what's going on here? Look at Iron Man. So, Iron Man is a superhero and he is a leader, okay? Because he's a leader, his abilities, he always keeps innovating, yeah, and inventing. So, the ability to keep challenging your own status quo is critical, right? This is one of the values that we can pick from Iron Man. Okay, let's look at the second superhero. Again, these are all leaders who were not nominated. Yeah, they are superheroes, but I'm looking at some of their characters, some of their values that they have. Captain America, don't give up. Yeah, he has integrity and strong conviction, and don't compromise on them. No one is perfect. Superman, yeah, accept your flaws, dedicate the time and effort to improve yourself. Black Widow, learn from the past, build relationship. You recognize the power of learning on your experiences and your friends. Okay. Black Panther, be open to leverage on new technology. This will help you with your people and organization. Captain Marvel, be proactive always. Thinking ahead helps you to identify where the need for change, when to make the right move. Thor, acknowledge mistakes. As a leader, you should always acknowledge mistakes so you can learn from them. Yeah. Wonder Woman, know your strength. Life may throw a lot at you, but you can handle more than you think you can. Let this be a lesson to never doubt how powerful you can be. Okay, we have to strive to be self aware. Are we justifying our actions or inactions? These are questions we should always be asking ourselves daily. Yes, I know I talked about superheroes. I do intend to also share a little bit about the villains because I think there's few things we can learn from them as well. Let me share a few more. Thanos, never give up on your dreams. Success does not come easy. Maintain positive outlook and work past the setback. Focus on your goals. Joker, enjoy what you do. When you work with passion and drive to get your work done, you have fun in the process and a sense of satisfaction. A small run through where we can pick up some good points, some values that's going to help us. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my small slide there. Let's go back to here. Let me share with you a little bit on Eisenhower method for prioritization. Try to do this if you feel that you have to multitask and you're having a lot of challenges. Use this particular method, yeah, where you can actually put priorities on the do's, on the scheduled, on how you can delegate some work and how you can eliminate some of the work as well. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share with you this particular slide. This is a communication slide and it shows you an email written. I think this email is not written well because look at how the formation of the letter, the email, sorry. You can see certain words that are not appropriate and the email is definitely not formal. Let's look at the second one, another informal one. Okay, let's look at the last one. Why I would say this is informal? Look at that email that they have put there. Hot party chick at trishamarketing.com. Okay, so today we're going to talk about high impact business writing does not have to be boring. I have a few tips for you. Number one, define the purpose of the document. Be clear and use easy, understandable languages. Write for the intended party. Tonality is very important. You know, when you use caps means you could be literally screaming. Yeah. So be careful when you use your caps or bold or red. Organize your thoughts so that the flow will be organized as well. Facts over opinion, especially when you're writing. Um, don't start a sentence with, in my opinion. I think it's always more about something that is not factual. So always make sure you have facts before anything else. Okay. Word choices, very important. Organize your thoughts. And last one, grammar and punctuation. Of course, we have Grammarly. A lot of us use Grammarly, but also make sure you have a proper flow. Okay. I hope this you can read through again. Again, 8 very simple steps just to walk through, ensure that the flow is right. When you're actually doing a formal communication, just make sure that you are straight, direct to the point, and in a professional way. An arrow can only be shot by pulling it back. When life is dragging you back with difficulties and challenges, it only means it's going to launch you into something great. Let's look at the act of how an arrow is shot. It's always pulled back. You might feel you are behind all your teams, buddies, colleagues, but don't be in despair. People who pull through challenges will really thrive and persevere to succeed in life. This huge challenge is another hurdle, which is pulling you back so that you will push and strive forward like an arrow. Focus and keep aiming. Thank you so much for joining me today. What are you waiting for? Get connected with me on LinkedIn, Insta. And if you have any questions on this slide, you can always message me and I will actually share my email address as well. And yeah, just write to me. And thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope you all will strive. Always remember, all of you are leaders within. Leaders are not born, they are created, they are made. Yeah. So strive always. Don't think about the title. When you're given an opportunity to lead, go ahead and get it done. Thank you. Bye. Hi, guys. Thila here. Hope you're doing well this morning. So let's start sharing my slides today.